Now, were you a little reluctant to work with Sloane Bone and Harry O, being that they have very little to no knowledge of banda music, corrido music, the norteño mariachi music, but they understand business though. But were you a little hesitant to say, hey, you guys don't really know this music?
No, I wasn't hesitant to work with them due to the fact that these guys, like you said, they understand business. And with that being said, they know their capabilities and what they're capable of doing, but they're also smart and know how to, maneuver around things, and that's how we got better records somewhere. They say, hey, we don't know, but we can hire somebody that do know, and we'll get to where we need to know, and they'll show us along the way, and that way it's a win-win. You doing your thing, we're learning as we're going, and we all moving, and we all eating, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I wasn't reluctant. I actually didn't take a meeting anymore from another person. I ain't gonna say his name, but yeah, I had a meeting at his studio and was talking to them, and then I got in contact with Bone, and Bone told me to move. Bone told me what was the move, and said freeze. And look at this. This is without no contract or no nothing. This is my loyalty, because I had already known Bone, you know what I'm saying? So Bone said, hey, freeze. We gonna see what we can do, because I let him know I fired my team. And yeah, I froze. Told him, he said, hey man, but for reals, man, are you gonna really freeze? I said, yeah, man, keep in mind that I'm at the point where I just fired my team because we wasn't doing nothing and things wasn't going the way I wanted to. So I'm just like in a sense of like, I'm in like, nah, this is not finna go down. Like, I need to, get back into my music. So there was no time for waiting, you know what I mean? But I still, I paused, you know what I'm saying? I paused for shit down there 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2 months. And but we got it done.
So what was it like when you first met Harry O? Were you familiar with? I know you're young, because Harry O's been in prison longer than you've been alive.
Yeah.
I think he did 32 years.
Yeah.
So did you even know anything about his background?
I did my homework on him. I can tell you that. I did my homework on him. Cool story. My grandpa's girlfriend, so technically my grandma, through my grandpa, knows Harry O. Grew up with him. So it's just a small world, but I didn't really know who he was. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know who he was, because everybody thinks you know who started Death Row, but we figured out who really was behind it, which was Harry O. But I didn't know who Harry O was. He said, and that's the thing. Now listen to this. This is my loyalty back. Go back to my loyalty, man. We talking about loyalty is royalty, man. So Bone says, hey man, pause. I'm gonna get you signed to Harry O. I just left the studio from somebody who's already established, who I know, and I was in like, damn, his artist is right there, celebs and everything. But I went on pause for Bone because I trust Bone, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm loyal, you know what I'm saying? I said, I'm gonna rock with you, you know what I'm saying? So you said pause, you can get signed to Harry O? He said, do you? Because he kind of knew, I think he could tell that I didn't know who Harry O was, because I was, oh, Harry O? Oh, okay, I didn't know who it was, but obviously if he talking about him, you know what I'm saying, he's somebody, so he said, do your research on him. So I started looking him up, and I said, wow. And so I'm just looking him up more and more and more and more and more and more, and I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, I did hear about this dude getting pardoned about like a year or something ago, but what is he? Like, I didn't really know who he was. So when I really figured out who he was, I was like, holy shit. And then being in his presence, let me tell you, man, dude is humble. I can say that. He's humble. He's a humble guy. Very receives me nicely, never left a sour taste in my mouth. And also, like, man, like he heard me out, man. Like everybody else, bro, that I went to, I'm not interested. Didn't even want to listen to me. This guy, he's like, all right, show me your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I showed him my stuff, put it up on the laptop. We sitting in there, I'm showing him my stuff. And he's signaling me, like, he's like, and I'm like, oh shit, like, damn, he ain't interested. And he says, I look at Bone, Bone's like, man, just relax, bro, like, keep showing him. So I'm showing him my stuff. And he's like, okay, so he starts asking me questions that I've never been asked before. Everybody else, when I go see them, oh, what kind of music you trying to record? What you doing? Let's go. Was it that? Trying to make what percentage you want, or this and that and that. They just worried about money. This guy's like, what are your goals? Where do you see yourself? What do you want to do with your music? Like, what movement? Like, what mark you trying to leave behind? You know what I'm saying? Like, that got me thinking. You know what I'm saying? And during the pandemic, I was receiving a lot of hate mail because you got these guys fucking robbing the corn man, doing all this extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I was getting a lot of hate mail because everybody's like, oh, well, your people, that's the famous word. Your people out here doing this to my people, you know, and I get treated like I'm some type of fucking ambassador because I'm black, but I'm representing the Mexicans, but I'm also representing the blacks too, you know what I'm saying? In a Mexican environment. So it's your people, you know? And I was like, you know what, man? People, I feel like the reason why we at war and all this stuff is because we don't know how much we gotta like, and we don't know how similar we are, and we don't know that we really come from the same trenches, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I told him. I said, you know what? I want you to help me with my music, but I want you to help me start a movement between the blacks and the browns. And he was like, hey, I like that. And that's it. And he asked me how much I needed for my music. We told him, and he was like, all right. We met up with him again. He wanted to see what we had. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, that. And he gave me a budget in my contract.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, Bone told me straight out. Bone was like, he said, oh, I talked to him already. He's in New York. He's always in New York. But he said, tell him that he signed. He wants to meet you. So then that's when we went to meet him. But talking to him, he told him about me. He told him about all of this stuff. And he wanted to meet me. So we went over there and I'm thinking in my head, like, man, what am I going over here for? Like, not like, what am I going over here for? Like, I'm mad. But like, wow, like, what am I going over here for? Like, I've never had nobody like this powerful saying, hey, man, I want to meet this guy, you know? So, yeah, it was cool. We got there, he was a little late, but he rode up in there and it was cool. He's a really cool guy.
Okay, so you have some, I guess, a blueprint or a map of where you want to go, considering you guys hooked up with Veda Music. So now you got Harry-O, Veda Music. Is your team pretty much now complete? You feel good that that they're going to take you to the next level?
Yes, I feel like we're capable with just who we have right now. But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to, you know, accept help from who wants to help. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing always to sit down and talk. You know what I'm saying? But we got a solid team. We got more people, you know, reaching out to us that want to help us out. You know, that seen my story, you know, that was on CBS. And yeah, well, we doing it though. We doing it. We, as far as like kind of like a blueprint as to like how we gonna get there. We working on that still because things change and different opportunities are being, you know, brought to us, and we're like just rolling with the punches. But as far as like, you know, like everything that we've been doing, like the gas giveaway, that wasn't like originally in there, but we did that, you know, to help the community. If I want to promote myself, what better way to promote myself than to give back? You know what I'm saying? So win-win. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping somebody else, and I'm getting my name out there. You know. So we did that. We did food giveaways, and yeah, everything that we're doing is just it's mostly out of the kindness of the heart, but also you know, what we're trying to do. We're trying to leave a mark in the community, you know, to stop all this violence. But as far as like the blueprint, yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there real soon.